Flood woes. Residents of Caymanas and Christian Gardens in St. Catherine appealed to authorities after storm-like flooding on Friday. Good evening and welcome to Primetime News on air and online at onespotmedia.com. I am Nadine McLeod. Also this evening, house collapses in Rock River, Clarendon and others at risk. Those residents also appealing for help. Mentally ill man attacks nurse and visitor at Black River Hospital. And guns and ammo, police commissioner on increase in seizure so far this year. There's also Saturday Sports Special break. Residents of Rock River in Clarendon are calling for the relevant authorities to address a slippage problem in the area after a house collapsed in the community on Friday. And as we hear from TVJ's Kalisha Williams, the people say other houses are also on the verge of collapsing.
Heavy rains and nowhere to live. The cry of Fitzroy Francis, whose house came tumbling down in Rock River, Clarendon, Friday morning. TVJ News understands that the house collapsed sometime after 7 while Mr. Francis was out doing business. He says he got the news hours after it happened.
My father died and I left go to Maypen. I want to come back and come and see the four corner of the house open first. That is last week, Tuesday. So I left and go back because I have to deal with the funeral business. So I go back in Maypen. So I like 2 days before I come back. I see it getting a little wider. When I come back this morning, it's some seat.
And he said by the time he got home, nothing could be saved.
The black them fall on it, man. So they fall in a junk. So I have to go get a sledge or something before I could get out. So I can and the rain fall. So everything I got spoiled because I go get nothing.
The incident has created a stir in the community, with residents pointing fingers at the National Water Commission. They say a broken pipe, which has been leaking for days, formed part of the problem.
The whole place is tearing. Whether we want to look at private investigation, it come like the Parish Council pipe or the Water Commission pipe or leak underground, and the whole place is saturated and the land starts tearing. Places are tearing, I go down a gully and my brother lose his house. The house gone already. Right now, 4 houses being threatened right there, so. And my neighbor house is being threatened. My father grave down there, so. I know say a man and wake up the grave good are gone.
They say the NWC was previously contacted about the incident and the team tried to fix the leakage. But according to residents, that only created bigger problems. Runoffs which made the soil loose.
Places are dropped. Yesterday I come out, I see a little drop like a foot or so. This time I come out is a 6-foot drop down there, so. And this time I go down on my farm. I couldn't go down there this morning, I have a detour. I mean, that's the way I go on. We need some help. We need some help.
Efforts to contact the National Water Commission for a comment proved futile. Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.
It's a picture of disaster across sections of Christian Gardens in Portmore as well as Caymanas Gardens, both in St. Catherine, following heavy rainfall on Friday. The situation has residents calling for urgent help from the authorities to fix drains and build proper channels for floodwaters. And as TVJ's Krista Campbell explains, they also want the authorities to address an additional issue in one of the communities.
Residents say all it took was about an hour and a half of rainfall on Friday afternoon to transform their communities into disaster zones. A football field, houses, furniture, personal belongings, and even a motor car underwater in Caymanas Gardens, St. Catherine. Residents say as frightening as it was for adults, it must have been much worse for students at this early childhood facility.
The basic school was also flooded out. Firefighters had to come just to get the children out of the school.
Look how tall me is and water catch me ears so. Inside of my house, living room, bedroom, water at my knee. This never happened yet.
The people say recent developments at the nearby Caymanas track has worsened the flooding in the area.
They built a retaining wall around the track where the water used to channel through.
They put some pipe, big pipe, through the wall and bottom, so the water just come over here, right across, right along. Everybody have it.
But they say a long-standing problem with drains also played a role in the latest flooding. And it's a similar cry over in Portmore, where residents of Christian Gardens say they were marooned on Friday.
Well, yesterday when my neighbor children came in, the van took them. They couldn't come out. The van had to go away with them. Because they couldn't come out. There's no way they could come in. Because the whole place is like sea.
Right now, you can look in the canal. That water going to stay there until another month before, because there's no way it's going to run out if we don't push it out. What I noticed with the drains that they have here, they are not built for soak away, neither run out of water. They just built as catchment. And we really need the authority to come in and have a look.
It's not good for us. We need something better. And sooner or later, them coming back with another election again. Set us up, and we set you up. No matter who you want to be, whether PNP or JLP, we don't matter. Do your job.
The people say they're also now worried about the onslaught of mosquitoes, which are almost sure to come in light of the stagnant floodwaters now in the area. Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, the National Works Agency, the NWA, has denied reports circulating on social media about a section of the Constant Spring Main Road on the brink of collapse. In a tweet on Saturday, the NWA dismissed as fake news social media broadcasts, urging people to avoid Constant Spring Road close to Marketplace, as it had been reduced to single-lane traffic and that motorists had reported feeling the road move beneath them with signs of collapse. The NWA insists that there is absolutely nothing wrong with the bridge along the roadway. A man believed to be of unsound mind remains on the police guard this evening after he reportedly attacked and hurt a nurse and a visitor at the Black River Hospital in St. Elizabeth Saturday morning. This latest incident is again raising concerns about people who are mentally challenged being treated in the same space as other persons at health facilities. TVJ's Shamala Mitchell reports.
It was a normal morning at the Black River Hospital in St. Elizabeth on Saturday. Until about 5 o'clock, a man said to be of unsound mind who was undergoing treatment in the accident and emergency department attacked a healthcare worker with a knife.
He run out at the nurse and grab her. And said, nurse, say, whatever they call nurse, a long time I want to kill you, and a long time I want to kill you. And the nurse start duck down now, and he must search for the knife in his pocket to stab the nurse. And run off of my seat now from beside my daughter and scream out. And the next nurse now, I run to come back round and see the man with the knife, and she turn and we run over there. And when me look, me see one man a run come. We have been patient on the wall too, and I try to assist the lady nurse. And we kick away man. And the man drop and get up and start stab him, and then the porter them come.
The mentally challenged man then escaped. However, the nurse and visitor received injuries.
The injured member of staff is not considered serious. He was treated. Along with that, the outsider is now being treated.
The man was later captured and restrained. He is now under police guard at the hospital. However, the incident disrupted services at the hospital.
I'm here sitting down, can't even get through. Can't see any doctor.
It is really bad. And before this thing happened, I was saying to one lady on the outside, say, why they have the bad people and walking up and down amongst the sick? Baby, you have old people.
We need camera. We need enough equipment over here. We need the hospital for uplift, man.
They need to check the people then when they're coming through the gate.
In response, Mr. Brissett does not think the hospital security arrangements were the problem. He explained that the security guards were present at the time of the incident. However, he said the man of unsound mind was too strong, and so they needed additional persons to restrain him. He also reminded persons that based on the nature of the job, incidents like these are likely to happen.
As we often treat with psychic patients, we don't know when they'll flare up. They are sometimes calm and then all of a sudden, and this was such a situation.
Shamala Mitchell, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health has responded to the incident.
I heard earlier this morning about the incident at Black River Hospital. Very unfortunate situation. In fact, we recognize as psychiatrists, oftentimes persons with seizure disorders present with behavioral conditions. So I'm really awaiting a more fulsome report. One to determine if that was a factor, which was noticed by the team on the ground, if psychiatry was involved. But a little more detail into what really transpired this morning. It's still unclear to me, so I'm awaiting that complete report.
Police Commissioner George Coelho is boasting about a significant increase in the number of illegal weapons and ammunition seized by the police so far this year, comparative to the same period last year. He was speaking at a meeting with the Chamber of Commerce in Montego Bay, St. James over the weekend.
Over 717 firearms recovered in a country that don't manufacture one firearm, and over 20,000 rounds of ammunition. When you compare that to what obtained last year we recovered just over 8,000 rounds of ammunition. So you can understand the myriad of challenges we face. And it also ties in with what the minister said earlier on in the acquisition of some useful assets that will be able to mitigate against some of those persons bringing illegal weapons and ammunition into the country.
An executive member of the Police Federation, which represents rank-and-file members of the force, Corporal Arlene McBean, is advocating for a posthumous Heroes Award for slain Corporal Melvin Smith. The slain cop was a member of the Community Safety and Security Branch of the force in Manchester and was shot and killed on October 27 while trying to stop a robbery. Corporal McBean made the comment at a memorial in Manchester on Thursday, where she noted that up until the time of his death, her colleague had been working to help another colleague injured in the line of duty. She recalled one of many incidents of his commitment to serve the public, where a woman was having trouble with her son who had fallen into bad company.
She was reassured by a man with a big heart who is our gentle giant, Corporal Melvin Smith. With that soft voice, he said, "Don't worry, I will work on your son." Today, her son is a first-year student at the University of the West Indies. And I pray that the good name of my dearly departed brother will see his wife and his daughter in 2018, October 2018, at the National Heroes Day, walking up to collect that community service recognition for a man who has paid the ultimate price.
A taxi operator involved in a fatal motor vehicle collision at a section of the Bustamante Highway in Clarendon on Thursday has been charged. The crash claimed the life of one person and left 7 others hurt. Winston Thompson, who plies the Mandeville to Clarendon route, was charged with causing death by dangerous driving. He was offered bail at $250,000 and is to return to court on November 9th. In news overseas, Saudi Arabia has intercepted a ballistic missile fired from Yemen after a loud explosion was heard near Riyadh airport. It's reported that the missile was fired at the King Khalid International Airport. However, Saudi state news channel said the missile did not cause any damage. Saudi forces have reported shooting down missiles before, though none has come so close to a major population center. And the Primetime News package continues with sports right after this break. Please stay with us.